This is a story that every parent needs to hear. It's a chilling reminder of what can happen in the blink of an eye, but it's also a story of incredible courage from the most unexpected hero. It all started on a seemingly normal school day, but a dark shadow was lurking just outside the school gates. The children were playing, laughing, completely unaware of the danger that was watching them. This is the story of the Umbrella Man and the little boy who stopped him. His name was Frank. He was small for his age, a quiet boy who usually kept to himself on the playground. But on this day, Frank noticed something strange. A man he'd never seen before was standing by the fence. He was holding a big black umbrella, even though there wasn't a cloud in the sky. The man wasn't looking at all the kids. His eyes were fixed on one little girl named Lily. Frank felt a knot form in his stomach. Something was wrong. The bell rang, signaling the end of recess. As the kids started lining up to go back inside, the Umbrella Man made his move. He walked calmly to the gate and called out, "Lily, your mom sent me to pick you up early. She said it's a surprise." Lily, who was only in first grade, looked confused. She didn't recognize the man, but he smiled, a wide, friendly-looking smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. "Come on," he said, holding the gate open just a little. "We don't want to be late." Most of the other kids didn't even notice. They were too busy talking and pushing to get in line. But Frank was watching. He saw Lily hesitate. He saw the man's smile falter for just a second. He knew with a certainty that chilled him to the bone that this man was lying. Lily's mom picked her up every single day at the same spot, and this wasn't her. While other kids might have been scared or just ignored it, Frank did something extraordinary. He stepped out of line. He walked right up to the gate, positioning himself between the man and Lily. He was so much smaller than the man, but he stood his ground. "She's not allowed to go with strangers," Frank said, his voice trembling just a little but firm. The Umbrella Man's smile vanished completely. "I'm not a stranger," he snapped, his voice suddenly cold. "I'm a friend of the family. Now mind your own business, kid." He tried to reach around Frank to grab Lily's arm, but Frank wouldn't move. He stood there like a little soldier. "No," he said, louder this time. "You're not. I've never seen you before." The man's face turned ugly. He glared at Frank. "Get out of my way," he hissed. But his words had attracted attention. A teacher who was supervising the line, Mrs. Davis, heard the commotion. "Is there a problem here?" She called out, walking towards the gate. The moment the Umbrella Man saw the teacher approaching, his whole demeanor changed. Panic flashed in his eyes. He let go of the gate, turned and walked away quickly, melting back into the street. He didn't run, he just walked fast, his black umbrella still tucked under his arm. He was gone as quickly as he had appeared. Mrs. Davis rushed to the gate. "Frank? Lily? What happened? Who was that man?" Lily was starting to cry, realizing how close she had come to danger. Frank, still shaking, explained what he had seen. He told her about the man watching Lily, about the lie he told, and how he tried to get her to leave the school grounds. Mrs. Davis immediately called the principal and Lily's parents. The school was put on a soft lockdown as they searched the area, but the Umbrella Man was nowhere to be found. When Lily's mom arrived, frantic with worry, she hugged her daughter and then turned to Frank. With tears in her eyes, she hugged him too. "You saved her," she whispered. "You are a hero." The police were called, and Frank had to describe the man in detail. He remembered everything: his dark coat, the strange umbrella, the look in his eyes. His detailed description was crucial for the police report. The school sent a notice to all the parents, warning them about the incident and praising the quick thinking and bravery of one of their students. Frank didn't feel like a hero. He just felt like he did what was right. He saw a friend in trouble and he helped. But what Frank did that day was much more than just helping. He listened to his intuition, that little voice inside that told him something was wrong. He wasn't afraid to speak up, even to an adult who was bigger and stronger than him. He put himself in harm's way to protect someone else. This story went viral in their local community. Parents started having more serious conversations with their kids about stranger danger. But they didn't just talk about the danger. They talked about Frank. They used him as an example. They told their children, "If you ever see something that doesn't feel right, even if you're scared, tell someone, be like Frank." The school held a special assembly to honor him. The police chief came and gave him a special citation for bravery. Frank, who was usually so quiet, had to stand up in front of the whole school. He was nervous, but when he looked out and saw all his classmates, and he saw Lily smiling at him from the front row, he felt proud. What can we all learn from little Frank? First, trust your gut. That feeling of unease is your brain's natural alarm system. Teach your kids to listen to it. If a situation or a person makes them feel weird or uncomfortable, they should get away and tell a trusted adult immediately. Second, it's okay to say no to an adult. We often teach children to be polite and obedient, but they also need to know that their safety comes first. They have the right to say no, to run, and to scream if they feel they are in danger. Finally, the power of community is real. Frank wasn't a superhero. He was a regular kid who was paying attention. The teacher, Mrs. Davis, was paying attention. When we look out for one another, we create a safer environment for everyone. Talk to your kids about the buddy system and about looking out for their friends, just like Frank looked out for Lily. The umbrella man was never caught, which is a scary thought, but because of Frank, he failed. One little boy's courage was a shield that protected his friend. It's a powerful reminder that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they're the quietest kid in the class, the one who is brave enough to speak up when it matters most. Let's all encourage our kids to be a little more like Frank. Let's empower them to be observant, to be brave, and to know that their voice is powerful enough to stop a monster in his tracks. Thank you for watching. Share this story to spread awareness and honor the courage of this incredible young boy. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that matter. Stay safe.